Hello and welcome to Amateur Radio with WHCPT. Captain Don here. I am going. Hey Rick, I am going to be working the SO-121 Hades D. It is a very weak set. Not, I shouldn't say weak. It only has a transmitter that puts out 0.48 watts, so it's very hard to hit the satellite. I did make two contacts on it a few nights ago. I tried it again, I think last night, and I don't think anybody else was working it. So it's 78 degrees. It's going to be just about overhead. I'll show you on the TYT UV390 screen. So it's starting in the south and it's going to the north. Got 9 minutes before it rises. So I figured I'd start the live a little bit early, get some people in here, and maybe answer some questions or whatnot. Nobody's in here yet, but this video will be live on my Facebook after the live is over. So I am going to keep talking to myself. I'm using the TYT UV390 Plus 10 watts with OpenGD 77 firmware on there. I did a an explanation of that firmware video. I am going to do another video in the next couple days of how to actually put it on one of the HTs that you can put it on. So watch for that. I'm really hoping somebody else is working this satellite tonight because I really would like to make a contact. Maybe Rick, KE8 Delta Oscar, maybe he's setting up to try to work it, even though he doesn't have a HT with the OpenGD 77 yet. You could still keep the transmit frequency the same if it's a 2-meter satellite, and then just follow the Doppler on the receive. So I see somebody just popped in. Hello. Say hi, let me know who you are. We still have 7 minutes and 24 seconds before the satellite rises. I started the live early so there could be some chat. There's my alarm reminding me. I have not looked past this to see if there's any more satellites to work. There might be. PO-101 may be active. I'm going to have to look that up. If it is, usually it goes through overnight if anybody is working it. But yeah, this one should be fun. It's almost straight overhead pass of this satellite. It should be easy to hit. Whether or not somebody else is working it's going to be the issue. And now I have 2 viewers. Who's watching me? Say hi in the chat. We still have 6 minutes and 39 seconds before the satellite rises, so I'm just chatting. It's SO-121. It's a very hard satellite to hit. It only puts out 0.48 watts. And it actually has like a beacon. It kind of sounds like the having a brain fart, the APRS sound. It kind of goes like "Krr," and then every 40 seconds, and I think it does that for 10 seconds, I heard. So after you hear that, after about 10 seconds, if you don't hear anybody call, then go ahead and throw out your call and see if anybody's out there. Still got 5 minutes before. Hello, Rick. Are you going to try to work this one, or are you just going to follow along in the YouTube? It's really hard to hit this satellite, but it is going straight overhead, which is probably pretty close to straight overhead for you too. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got used to typing on the phone. Because I started off with the BlackBerry. that was terrible because you had to, for C, you had to hit button 2 like 3 times to get C. And then they finally started getting keyboards after a while. But, oh, man. But anyway, yeah, this one, I'm hoping somebody else is working. It's a Saturday night. There's more people that know that the satellite's active, so we should hear somebody. I know last night, yeah, the blackberries. Oh, it's 9 degrees. Are you sure you're looking at the right pass? Where did you say you were again? Missouri? It should be going almost right over you, too. Oh, maybe, well, south to north. Yeah, it's going south to north over Michigan. So it's got to be crossing over Missouri higher than 9 degrees. Are you looking at the pass that was before this? But I think that one was 9 degrees. I can't look at my phone now, but this is what it's showing. Let me show you. This is what it's showing for right now. In 3 minutes, it's starting in the south, going right over me, and ending in the north. So I would think it would be more than 9 degrees where you're at if you're in, oh, you're in Texas. Okay. Yeah, well then yeah, I thought you said Missouri earlier. I don't know why. I think you put your grid square with the letters MS after it. And I thought you were in Missouri. But yeah, we got 3 minutes, 26 seconds. You might hit it, but I hit it at 17 degrees from here. 9 degrees, I'm not sure. But if you hear me and you're prepared, try answering. I'm hoping somebody else is on it. Yeah, that's a fun little radio. You got to get that OpenGD firmware on it for it to really, be good. But does it say when it's getting delivered, Rick? Because there's a video on that website you can follow, and I did it that way. I noticed it was kind of out there here and there what you got to do, so I was going to try to make it a little bit simpler, make a video that's a little bit simpler for doing it. But I was able to follow it and finally get it. I think it took me a while the first time, though. It was crazy. 2 minutes and 25 seconds. What you're going to be listening for, David, is it makes like an APRS sound. I don't know if that's the beacon it throws out or what, but it kind of goes kirk. And then it does that for like 10 seconds or so, and then you can transmit, and then 40 seconds later it does that noise again. So basically just try to listen for that noise, or you listen for me transmitting, because I'll be on it. Yeah, okay. So I might do the video tomorrow night, if I can whip it together, but if not, I'll do it Monday or Tuesday, and my video should be up before you get it. But yeah, you'll hear that noise, David, and if you got this video going, you'll probably hear it on my end too. Just to give you an idea what it sounds like. Then you're hitting the satellite, and then it's just a matter of seeing if you can transmit. I got 1 minute and 9 seconds before it rises here. So I'm going to get ready to head outside. It's kind of cool out there tonight. Well, it says 68 degrees. Now that the wind died down, it's not as cool. When the wind was going, it was kind of cool. But, all right, 53 seconds. Let me get the truck shut off. Put the keys in my pocket so the truck don't beep. And we're going to head on out and see what we can do with the satellite. I know I can hit it. It's just a matter of if anybody's going to be on it tonight. 33 seconds. Alright, and I'm not going to point at it until it's about 5 degrees, because I know I'm not going to hear it at 5. I might hear it at 5 degrees though. It's just now rising, 2 seconds away. I guess I'll point the antenna at it so we see when we actually get the signal. It's at 4 degrees. Not hearing it. See that green bar low? That may be the signal spiking up for it right there. I do not like holding this antenna. 12 degrees. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. I hit it at 17 degrees the other night, so I should be hearing it. That may be it. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. There it is. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. I heard it. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Switch here. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Mary Poppins, this is Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. What was your call? Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. All right. Well, we heard it. Shows you how hard that satellite is to hit. It was right overhead, and I had a hard time hearing it until about, what, 3/4 of the way through? Did you hear it at all, David? I didn't even hear that squelch tone thing I was telling you about for some reason. So, I did hear somebody ending in Mary Poppins, so the call sign ended in MP, and I'm pretty sure he was calling Whiskey 0 Charlie Yankee Charlie. Why I didn't hear him, he may have heard me though, because he usually records his passes. I'm not gonna log it, but it'd be neat to see if he heard me. AE2MP. Yeah, he wasn't calling out to me though. He was calling out to Rob, and then he just threw out his call sign after that, and he didn't answer me. And if he did, I didn't hear him. So I'm not gonna count it, but I did hear it. It was a 78 degree pass of SO-121. I can't believe it didn't come in better than that. I caught it at like, it was either, maybe it's 40 degrees uh, when I made my first 2 QSOs on it. But yeah, I don't know. Could be the solar storm. They were talking about possible northern lights today. So maybe that's messing with things. Who knows? Anyway, I haven't looked past this satellite to see if PO-101's active or anything like that. So when I get off this live, I'm going to look and see if there's any more I can work. And if there are, I'll work them. So do you know, Eric, do you know if AO27 or UVSQ sat are active at all? Because I did try both of them and didn't have any luck. Didn't hear nothing. But I figured I'd give it a shot just to see if they were active. For some reason I put them... Oh, you don't know those ones? Okay. Well, this one is active, but it's so hard to hit because it's only transmitting out at 0.48 watts, so... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I like the single sideband, but a lot of times I'm not around my ham station, so I can't always do them, but... I need to get me some portable unit. That'd be fun to go roving with the single sidebands. One of these days, maybe. I can't. The thing is all the radios that you can use for portable for single sideband, they don't make anymore. So it's so hard to find them, unless there's something I'm not aware of. You need like 2 separate radios and put them in like the old paperboy bag that hangs in front of you or something. I can't remember. But anyway. 705S. Now, is that just one unit that does it? Is it small enough to... Yeah, see, the 9700, you gotta lug around. I mean, I guess I could do that, but... 2 705s, yeah. Yeah, 27 I don't think is active, but 121 is definitely active. I heard a call sign ending in MP calling Rob, Charlie Yankee Charlie, and then I heard the same guy throw out his call, but I couldn't hear his whole call. Eric said who it probably was, but yeah, it's hard to hit that satellite, Dave. It's only putting out 0.48 watts. The ISS puts out 25 watts, so it's really hard to hit it. I heard it a lot better the first time I did it than I did tonight, even though it was straight overhead. Yeah. Once I started hearing it, I got into trees, and then I didn't hear it again. Yeah, I was thinking about using like an SDR receiver or something, because I got a few of them. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta see if there's a way I can make it portable for single sideband. That would be kind of cool. But anyway, no contacts made, but we did hear people on SO-121. I'm gonna have to check and see what satellites are coming over here the rest of the night. See if there's any more I can work. Are all the Tevils dead? I heard they were supposed to be dead by August 5th, but the one page I look at. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if the northern lights show up. It actually looks kind of pink out there right now, but we got clouds, so it's not gonna be very visible with these clouds. Let me go look real quick. Yeah, it's all clouds now. It was really clear about an hour and a half ago. Now it's all clouds. Yeah, I bet the sun's still out there. What are you, like 6 hours behind us? It's 11:50 p.m. where I'm at right now. But yeah, I heard there was supposed to be pretty active weekend. I know the HF bands were pretty much dead. They had a lark at a park here, a bunch of ham radio guys getting together, and I didn't make it to it, but I didn't try very hard to make it to it because I knew the bands were going to be crappy. So I basically slept in, woke up, and worked the ISS and SO-50. Got David KO4 GAR on his junk tenna. That's awesome, man. When I heard you, I'm like, oh wow, it's working. Yeah, so it's just about 6 hours difference on 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, 6 hours difference. Yeah, that was cool. You sounded really good too. And then I listened to your end of it, and you were receiving really well too. And that's awesome. Almost makes me want to make a coat hanger Yagi and play around with it. Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't know how to do the. I wouldn't know how to. I mean, obviously, I'd know the spacing because I could copy it off of. Yeah, you were on this pass though, weren't you, Rob? If not, somebody was calling out to you, just hoping you were there. Because I heard somebody say Charlie Yankee Charlie. Oh, you weren't? Well, then somebody was calling out to you to see if you were there, and he ended in Mike Papa. So I heard him say Mary Poppins. Did you follow something online, Dave, to build that for the dimensions and everything? AE2MP. That's probably who it was. I didn't hear his whole call sign. I don't think if he heard me at all, I didn't hear him answer me. Yeah, it probably was him. But I didn't hear him answer me, so I can't log it. Wonder if he actually heard me or not, though. I was surprised, too. It was a 78-degree pass. And what was that other one the other night? Like 40? And shoot, N2FYA came in like he was on a repeater, local repeater. Yeah, I'll have to send him an email. Hang on a minute. I gotta scroll up. What is it? AE2MP. Let me write that down. I'll send him an email and see if he heard me or not. Where the hell did my pen go? AE2MP. Well, as soon as I find my pen, I'll write it down. Where the heck did it go? I don't know how I lose pens, man. This truck's got to be full of pens underneath my seats because that's an antenna. I thought it was a pen and it was a rubber ducky antenna. Oh, here we go. Found one. AE2MP. Okay. I got it written down. I'll send them an email later. $8:30. I don't know if I'll be awake for that. Matthew, okay. I think I've made a QSO with him on some of the other satellites. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be awake at 8:30 a.m. I've been going to sleep at about 3 or 4 a.m. and waking up at like noon. So, cool. Yeah, I've been finding most people on ham radio are pretty good guys, especially the satellite guys, man. Them guys are great. Actually, seriously though, everybody I've met through the satellites, man. I met somebody. He's not very active anymore on the satellites. I don't know why, but guy in Minnesota, Thomas, Rob, David, KO4 PDI. He was actually the first satellite guy I met last year, and then we had some words, and then now we're okay. But yeah, there's quite a few. John N2FYA. I talked to him quite a bit. Terry. I can't remember all the names and call signs. Yeah, but there's quite a few. Yeah, I thought I heard him. But it was everybody kept stepping on him. So that's a Mexico station, I'm assuming, right? The XE1BJ. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I really want to get him. I've not made a Mexico contact on satellite yet. And that's when I heard him too, on the end of my pass. And I got somebody in Florida, and I thought it was him. And then it wasn't, because there was no X. Yeah, that's what I heard. That's why I've been working it more. I'm trying to get a Mexico QSO. I haven't been lucky yet, though. That one might be coming by SO-50. I don't know. I gotta look. I can't look when I'm live. I look on my phone. I mean, I can look. I guess I can look on my radio. I didn't even think about that. Let's turn it on and see. I hear that every time I turn on the radio, and it's my call sign in Morse code, and I don't know if I'll ever learn Morse code. It just seems so confusing to me. I guess like everything else, if you put your mind to it, you'll do it. So we've got SO-121 again, 5 degrees on it at 5, so in 2 hours. PO-101 at 24 degrees at 8:19 UTC. And then PO-101 again at 29 degrees. And then SO-50 at 12:13 UTC. So yeah, there's not much more going on tonight. I'm pretty much satellited out for the night. Oh, there's a bunch of them that are regulars. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, ISS 1241, 19 degrees it is for me at 1241 UTC. $57 degrees at 1417 UTC. I don't have any really high passes yet. Oh, 20 degrees. 54 degrees at 1909. And that's the last pass. Anyway, oops. DL Rover. Now, is that a Mexican station, or are you talking about somebody else? Oh, DL, okay. Delta Lima. Delta Lima. Who would that be? I don't know, my furthest satellite contact, but he didn't confirm it. I don't even know if it's a furthest, but the coolest one was Greenland. There was a guy from Greenland or Iceland, I don't remember which one it was. It's the one closer to the US, though. And I heard him loud and clear. I answered him, and I heard him say, it was my old call sign when I was a tech. I heard him say, Whiskey India Yankee. I think that was my call sign. Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey. Yeah, Whiskey India Yankee. So I heard him say the last part of my call sign, but he didn't log it. He may have logged it on Logbook of the World. I'll have to look. Yeah, that was on the ISS, though. That was pretty cool. And then I've gotten from Michigan. I've gotten California. I've got Washington State. I've got Florida. I got Maine. I got all 4 corners of the U.S. I got some up in Canada, British Columbia, and over by Ontario. And I did get the guy in Cuba. I think he's in Cuba, south of Florida. got him once too on the ISS. I got to work more on the single sideband satellites. I just, I think I'm gonna get a setup like yours, Rob. Because if I get it up over my roof of my house, I think I'm good. So I think I'm gonna get maybe like a 40-foot tower that I can fold down with a winch or something, and then get the antennas that you got. Which antennas are them that you got? Are them the elk? Oh, you got Spain? Holy shit. My furthest satellite contact was on Green Cube. It was like Germany or something. The one guy that writes that Green Cube program, I actually made a QSO with him too. I'm not sure where he's at. I forgot. Wilmo X Quad. I'm going to write that down. Or Wimo. Wimo X Quad. My biggest thing is getting the antenna up and all that. I mean, I can buy the stuff. And I'm sure I got enough ham friends down here that would I'd probably get 2 or 3 of them to come help me. Yeah, it's just money. You can't take it with you when you go, you know. So, if you can't take it with you, you gotta have fun while you got it. But, yeah, I know. It's expensive, but, you know, when I do the satellites enough, I can justify the cost. And I ain't got no one to answer to either, so it'll happen. I should have done that instead of all the other money I've spent. Probably spent enough to already buy that whole setup. Yeah, but that's probably the radio, the antenna, the tower. That ain't bad, honestly. I've already got the radio. I've got a TS2000. Yeah, and it's cheaper than my side-by-side I just bought. I just bought a CF Moto Z-Force 950 Sport. I think it would end up being, I think it was like $13K out the door. And then everything else I put on it, I probably got close to $20K in the dang thing. And I also got I got a pistol I can sell. I got a Wild West Guns Wolverine 454 Casal that I got for when I hunt out in Wyoming for bear protection. And I don't think I'm going to go hunt out in Wyoming anymore. So I could probably sell that for about $4,000 right now and almost have enough money to get it. There was a POTA out there today. I don't know where he was at though. Honda Pioneer 1006, yeah. I was looking at those Polarises that look like a freaking truck, man, but I don't want to spend $30K on a freaking side-by-side. That's why I got the CF Moto 950 Sport Z-Force. I mean, I like it. I have fun on it. I ride around the dirt roads, look at the deer, glass the bucks. But, yeah. W2GDJ, was that who it was? I still got my logs here. It was W2GDJ. Yeah, that's it. Was it GDJ or GDJ? Yeah, that was right. I wrote it down wrong at first, but yeah. And then he's got a new call sign, W2NNU. He needs to talk in phonetics. I heard him 4 times, and I could have sworn he was saying Nancy Mike uniform, and he's actually November uniform. Whiskey 2 November uniform. Jim, yeah, Jim. But he wasn't using phonetics, and it was a new call. What was his old call? Because I probably know him by his old call. Okay, okay. Because I know when I went on his cures that it said something about a new call. But anyway. Man, you guys don't have All-Star? You guys use All-Star? Anybody in here use All-Star? I know Rob doesn't. He said he doesn't already, but does anybody else use All-Star? Because if you guys got into All-Star, man, we could all talk on my hub. It's 615120. I made it for Captain Don Space Odyssey. Yeah, you did tell me you had one. Yeah, it'd be nice to get more people that work the birds talking somewhere other than on YouTube channels like this. um, but yeah, if any of you guys do end up dabbling with, yeah, 46-year-old, 90-year-old guy. I'm 51 and just got into ham radio. It's crazy. There isn't that on Wednesday? Is it on All Star? I'm gonna write that down if I can get into it anywhere, I will. What is it, Eric? I'm gonna try to join it. Wires X, Echolink, and DMR. I can do Echolink, and I do have DMR too. I have to figure out where it's at on DMR though. And the Wires X, that's a Yaesu Wires X, right? I can actually tie that into my All-Star hub. I just don't know how. I can figure it out though. I just haven't had a reason. I've got Echolink tied into my hub. It's W8CPT-L if you use Echolink. And then the actual hub is, All-Star hub is 615120. I'll look into tying in Wires X. I got to get into that a little more. I've got some kind of a Yaesu radio that cost me a lot of money, an HT. So I got to get into that Wires X a little more. Yeah, I've never done D-Star. I've got a battery box. It's got a 30 amp hour battery in it. It runs my Yaesu 710 for at least 4 or 5 hours. I never went longer than that, so I don't know. Then I also got a 50 amp hour battery, so that one should go for a long time. But yeah, I don't do POTA a ton, but there's a couple parks around here I go to every once in a while. Yeah, I don't know how much that 50 amp hour weighs, but it's not very big. It should be right where I can see it in my truck here, but I don't. Yeah, there it is. Here we go. It's not that heavy. There it is. 50 amp hour. Whoa, big guy. And then my battery box that I made myself is, can't even see the screen display though. It's got 4 power points, one 12 volt two USBs. It's about everything you need with a 30 amp hour battery. Yeah, what really ticked me off about POTA on a Sunday morning is I had to switch to 40 because a 20 was dead. And I'm on one frequency making QSOs. And the guy makes a QSO with me. And then he's like, W8CPT, I got a message for you. And I said, go ahead. He's like, we got a net starting in 15 minutes on this frequency. And I'm like, well, I've been on here for, a half hour. And he's like, oh, well, this net's been going for 10 years. And I'm like, I want to say too bad, but I'm like, all right, I'll move frequency. So then I get to the other frequency, and one frequency up was washing me, and it was a net. And I'm like, come on, man. But yeah, I know my one buddy got on the Maritime mobile net doing POTO one time, and they tried to kick him off. And he didn't move. I'm like, okay. The wambulance. I need a wambulance. I hit this deer, and I put him in my trunk, and he's not dead. Is that the one you're talking about? Or is there a different one? I just want to know who gets deer. Do I get deer? Oh, really? I know you go on 313 and somebody starts yelling, POTA, POTA, POTA. But the ambulance is, do you got that on your channel, on your YouTube? I'll have to watch that. I got to go through all your YouTube channels and see if you got anything I haven't seen. I know I went through Eric's a little bit, but not enough. Same with Rob's, but... Oh, he said he had a wreck? I wonder if he was, like, was he telling the truth, or was he making... Because that's BS if he was making that up. So he was trying to get him off the channel by saying he had an emergency and needed to call an ambulance, huh? Wow. He even played the ambulance sounds. Oh no. Is this on your YouTube? Oh no, KCO. Hang on a minute. KC0JH. 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 Okay, I jotted down. All right, I'm gonna watch that. That's funny. I haven't had anything unique happen to me, other than contacting the astronauts. But that's cool and all. But other people have had that too. I don't think I've had anything funny happen. But I've only been a ham for a year and a half, so hey, I got lots of time. All right, well, I think I'm going to end this live. It's pretty cool when y'all come in here and we get to chat. Out in Kansas City, okay. I'll have to. I may have, if he does POTA, I probably hunted him at least. Probably in my log somewhere, but I think I'm going to get off of here and watch some YouTube videos, and then who knows what. I know I'm not going to go to sleep for a few more hours because I tried to get up at 10 o'clock today to make it to that get-together in the park, and I wasn't having it. I went back to sleep. All right, yeah, we'll catch you on the birds. We'll catch you on POTA if you decide to do it, and we'll catch you on here again, I'm sure. And thanks for watching. And 73, everybody. Give everybody a little bit to say their 73s. All right, I think that was everybody. All right, have a good one, everyone. 73.